Welcome to U.S. Immigration Broadcast. We provide latest and quick updates related to U.S. immigration. In this video, we are going to take a quick look at Charlie Oppenheim comments on upcoming visa progression. Before we check out the details, if you would like to know the news and updates of U.S. immigration, please do subscribe to the channel to stay updated. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. The Department of State's Consular Affairs Unit has launched an exciting new monthly series on its YouTube channel, discussing current visa trends and future projections for immigrant visa preference categories with Charles Oppenheim, Chief of the Visa Control and Reporting Division of the U.S. Department of State. Every month, a consular officer will hold a question-and-answer session with Charles Oppenheim wherein he will provide a monthly analysis of each month's Visa Bulletin, including what to expect in terms of the movement or retrogression of both family and employment-based preference categories on the Visa Bulletin. Let's take a look at the question and answers. Do you expect the FY 2021 family-sponsored and employment-based annual limits will be reached?
Of the probably 400 to 500 advanced questions which we did receive, this was the number one question. And no, we do not believe that, based on the implications of the COVID-19 situation and other issues which have impacted processing since October, we do not expect that those limits will be reached. The processing of cases at our overseas posts has resumed in recent months, but we're still not at the normal processing levels. And my guess is that the USCIS offices are facing the same processing issues.
What do you expect that the fiscal year 2022 family-sponsored and employment-based annual limits will be?
Under the current INA guidelines, we expect that the family-sponsored annual limit will once again be $226,000. It has been that way since about fiscal 2000. And for the employment-based limit, I now expect that the limit will be at least $290,000 for fiscal 2022. That will be another all-time high in terms of the employment limit.
Do you expect the China and India employment second preference dates will continue to advance?
Yes, we will continue to advance those dates and most other employment dates as well, with a probable exception of the employment fifth preference category for China, but all other employment dates will be moved aggressively through the end of the summer and most likely in the early part of fiscal 2022 as well. Okay. Again, based on the expected exceedingly high annual limit for 2022.
Do you expect that the worldwide family preference dates will continue to advance through September?
Originally, we had expected the movement of the family dates to have slowed or stopped for the summer months. But based on changing conditions at our overseas posts, which are allowing additional numbers to be utilized, there is an excellent chance that we will be able to continue advancing many of the family dates through the summer.
Which countries typically use the majority of the employment visa numbers?
China and India typically use the vast majority of the employment numbers. The reason being, these applicants have the earliest priority dates, and also if there are otherwise numbers available under the annual limits, those otherwise unused numbers can be made available strictly in priority date order to the applicants with the earliest dates. Again, those being typically China, most likely India, particularly in the India employment second and third preference categories.
How are the financial action dates determined for each month?
We consider a number of variables when making the determination of the dates based on preference category annual limits. For example, the overall per country limits and category limits. We determine how many numbers have already been used, how many additional numbers we expect to be used during the current month, and the amount of known demand for which number use might be required based on the movement of the final action dates for the upcoming month. So
Okay.
those are just a few of the variables that are involved. There's a number of others, but those are kind of the highlights.
Does USCIS share information with your office regarding the amount of cases they have in various stages of processing?
Yes, we're very lucky. One, the USCIS Ombudsman's Office hosts a monthly meeting at which State Department, USCIS offices, sometimes other government agencies are on the call or the in-person meeting in earlier times. We discuss the number situations, and at the beginning of each month, USCIS provides us with a very detailed report indicating the amount of demand they have, which is in various stages of processing in the various categories. We use that information in the determination of the final action dates, knowing that such demand could require the use of a number during that upcoming month. For example, at the beginning of May, I received the report. I was able to look at that, and based on the information there, determine what the June employment dates should be based on the likelihood numbers would be used during June.
Do you expect any of the final action dates to be retrogressed?
No, we do not expect any of the family-sponsored or employment-based final action dates to be retrogressed, either in fiscal 2021 or for the foreseeable future in fiscal 2022.
How much movement can we see with Dept 3 in July Bulletin?
Once again, it will be very aggressive. I think it's safe to say that most, if not all, of the application filing dates, which are listed for employment in the chart B of the bulletin, with the exception of China EB5, will be reached by the end of the year. So again, expect very aggressive movement of the employment dates for the month of July.
Is there any chance in the spillover from family-based FY 2021 to employment-based in FY 2022?
Yes. My prediction, as I mentioned earlier, I expect that the fall across under the INA guidelines of unused family numbers, which are automatically added to the employment annual limit for the following year. I believe that will result in the fiscal 2022 employment-based limit being at least 290,000.
We hope that the information provided in this video helped you understanding the processing time for your immigration petitions. This channel provides quick and latest updates related to visa processing for your immigration journey. Thanks for watching.